Hey everybody, Michael Wilson Everard here, checking in. Wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about today until I had a conversation with a friend of mine and was on the phone with actually two people earlier and then continued the conversation with my other friend and came to a realization about something that's hopefully um, going to be helpful. Um, I've talked about before the purpose of friction, and the purpose of friction is to slow us up so that we can experience whatever it is that we're dealing with. And um, the friction comes in the form of pain, suffering, worry, doubt, fear, these sorts of things. Okay, um, what I realized um, is that any friction you feel simply means that you have not accepted a level of truth about yourself. Okay? Simple. So, um, when when we when we have an itch, we scratch it. um, if we don't, then it just continues to be itchy and quite irritating. So, um, think of um, think of thought forms that are other than positive. Um, think of them as a scratch that you need to itch. How's that? Um, if you know that there is something bothering you, why not deal with it? Why are you putting it off? That would be my question. So, what I figured is, you know, it, it's up to you to decide when you are ready to um, accept another level of truth. And every time you accept any level of truth, your oscillating rate of frequency will increase every time, without fail. So when that happens, your vision will be clearer. Very often, you're going to cry. It's going to be you're going to feel overwhelmed. It's tears of joy. It's releasing um, previously thought, previously held thought forms, and all that it is doing, it's symbolic, but it is literally washing debris from your eyes. Um, Sometimes it's physical, um, like when we have like something stuck in our eye, and we rub it and we try to get it out, and the tear will help wash it away. Um, your uh, your spiritual or psychic um, cleansing is also happening then. So you're pulling the weeds from your mind, um, or you could think of it as dusting, sweeping out the dust. However, whatever makes sense to you is how you can think about it. So um, your your reality is based on what you choose to think about. So when you choose to accept any level of truth, what you're doing is, in a way, you are forgiving yourself. But forgiveness is, at its purest form, an acceptance of that truth. So just you don't have to totally understand exactly how it works. Just ask yourself, when you have a realization, how do you feel? Okay. Um, right now, I feel great because I'm having the greatest day of my life. And I started that experiment on 5/29. So 6, 7. So I'm going on 3 months of successive days of absolute joy, pleasure, the greatest day of my life, every day for going on 90 days. Now, does that mean that I didn't feel friction? No, I absolutely felt friction. 2 weeks ago, I did a hike and I was exhausted, tired, my knee hurt. I felt physical pain, like combination of exhaustion and I was like drained mentally, physically, spiritually. I was like there, but I was present for it. So I was totally loving it. It was the greatest physical experience of my life because it allowed me to understand that I am absolutely present and accounted for. I was ready. I was born ready. So that may sound kind of funny too, but as we see the birds fly by, uh, um, people, why do we make it harder on ourselves than we have to? I don't know. We must enjoy it. We must like that process. Um, but once you see a different way and you just allow yourself to feel peaceful, there's no there's no turning back. Unless you are helping somebody else do the same thing, which case you will sometimes have to recall um, a past event, which is a recollection of a memory. So you are recollecting, taking data, a data imprint, and you're reprocessing it. When you reprocess it and you still feel shame, that means you haven't accepted that your experience was chosen by you. Okay? Let that sink in. Why would you ever choose to experience something like abuse or neglect or anything? Well, some people are here to um, relive as a human in order to better understand humans. That's why I am here, so that I can better understand people. Every conversation that I've ever had was a way to exchange data points and help me clarify levels of truth. So I am perfectly clear. I am perfectly present. I have no worries, doubts, fears. Um, so my perception is perfect. Does that mean I'm perfect? No. But actually, I believe all of us are. All of us are created by God. All of us are um, predestined for an experience Some of us chose a purely peaceful life without any suffering. Perfect, awesome, great. Some of us know what's going to happen every step of the way. Precognition is a thing, it's real. Some of us chose to not be prescient, and like myself, I know where I'm going, but I purposely don't want to know how it will transpire exactly. I know the process. I know what my mission is. My mission is to um, share the message of love. Um, I have some abilities that include um, how people perceive time. Um, if you've ever had a conversation with me, um, I've had conversations that have gone on for hours, like 3 hours. And when I ask the person with whom I'm speaking at the end, um, I ask them a question: did it not seem like it went by like in the blink of an eye? And they always say yes, because when you're present, you so okay. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So what you're doing is your time isn't speeding up; it's actually slowing down. Um, think about that. So when you look back on your life, you can look back at however many experiences as you want uh, in a flash. So when people pass away and they say, "Oh, their life flashed before their eyes," well, that's because they lived a life in a certain way that allowed them to appreciate everything um, that they did. If you don't appreciate something, then what happens is um, you you decrease your awareness of the truth, and you are actually making time slow down. Um, so that you're basically, God is basically, in some cases, the more painful it is, the more God is basically yelling at you to stop doing what you're doing. And what you're doing is perceiving things in a manner that is unclear. So, would you rather enjoy life, or do you want to continue to be unappreciative? So, um, learn how to be grateful, find peace, and enjoy. Um, it's getting a little bright. I'm gonna put on the shades and let me hold on. So that's pretty much all I got. Let me have you say hello to Miley. Miley the dog. Okay, everybody. Um, be as Miley is. be present, love others unconditionally, and have fun. All right, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.